Hi everyone, welcome to the Cookie Couture, where flavor and design collide. Today is the day number 4 of the 12 days of Christmas cookies. In this video, I will show you how I cut, bake, decorate and put together a gingerbread house. And I am super excited to share this tutorial with you, but first, if you're new here in my channel, don't forget to subscribe and push the notification button, and let's get started. Plan ahead of time to make this activity, as it will take you several hours to finish the project. Every time that I am going to decorate a gingerbread house, I like to make a little drawing on how my design is going to look. Also, I like to have all the candies, sprinkles, and things that I'm going to use to decorate it ready ahead of time. And if you are looking for a gingerbread cookie recipe, I will leave you a link in the description of this video, and also you can click the link above. And the foundation when you're going to build a house is very important, so as well in the gingerbread houses. So having a good recipe and the rolling of the dough is super important. I like to roll out my cookie dough using a rolling pin and rolling rings. Also, I like to roll out my cookie dough on top of a parchment paper. And I love this recipe because it's not sticky at all. But if you have a recipe that you like and it's a little bit sticky, the only thing that you need to do is put on top another piece of parchment paper and then roll out your cookie dough. All your cookie pieces need to have the same thickness so they can bake evenly. And I like to roll out my cookie dough thinner than normal. So first I roll out using a 1/4 inch ring, and then I take it out and roll out again so my cookie dough is thinner and even. My gingerbread dough is almost ready, and I am going to put it in the fridge and I'm going to leave it there overnight. When I am going to make gingerbread houses, I like to double my recipe, so the more cookie dough that I make, the better. And I roll them out the same way that I did with this one. My cookie dough is nice and cold, and this is going to help me to have a very nice and enjoyable time cutting out my cookies. The cutting of the cookies is also very important. You need to press very firmly so your cutout pieces can come out very nice. Remember that all this excess cookie dough is good to make more cookies. Very good, these cookies are ready to be baked. And using a parchment paper is super easy to transfer your cookies to your baking sheet. This way, your cookies are not going to lose their shape while you transfer them. One thing that is super important is that you need to leave a 2 inches space in between each cookie, because gingerbread cookies tends to grow a little bit when baking. And if you bake them close together, they might get stuck in each other and they're going to lose their shape as well. Now I am going to set aside these cookies, and I am going to continue cutting the other pieces for my gingerbread house. Another thing that I like to do is to bake the same shapes in the same baking sheet so they can bake evenly. Another benefit of using parchment paper is that when your cookies are done, you can easily transfer them to a cooling rack. Another important part is letting your cookies cool down completely. Sometimes the gingerbread cookies after baking they are a little soft and they need a cooling time so they can get hard. Meanwhile my cookies are cooling down, I am going to prepare the royal icing and I am going to prepare all the trimmings for this gingerbread house. Now that my cookies are cooled down and they are hard, I am going to try to put together the little house to see if the pieces bond nicely. And I think that they look really good, so I am going to start decorating the cookies. When you are going to decorate gingerbread houses, you need to set several days to make them because you need to decorate each of the pieces and let them dry completely. This way is going to be easier for you to manipulate each piece when you are going to build the house. Nonetheless, when you build your house, you still can add more decorations. I am going to start decorating each of the pieces of the gingerbread house using medium consistency icing and a decorating tip number 1 because I want very fine piping. I really like decorated gingerbread houses just with plain icing. They look very nice and elegant. But I am going to decorate these cookies with a lot of candies to make it more festive. The decorating part is done. Now I am just going to let them dry completely and tomorrow I am going to build the house. This is the exciting part, but also the more difficult when you're going to make a gingerbread house. And if you have a family member to help you, it will be very nice. And I like to put together the pieces using firm royal icing. It is recommended to tint the icing in the same color of your cookies. And another part that you will need patience is that you will need to put some pieces together and let them dry before adding more pieces. Now I am ready to add the roof. This is the hardest part to do, so be very patient as well. I love to use white nonpareils to decorate Christmas cookies because they look like snow. Okay guys, as you see, I am almost done. I just need to let this house dry completely. And if you want to see the finished look of this house, you can click the link above. I decorated the outside of the house and it turned out very nice and sweet. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and push the notification button, and see you next time for another day of Christmas cookies.